Greetings and welcome back to Dragon City. Alright, well, this video is going to be a little different from my other Dragon City videos because, frankly, I just want to have a talk. You haven't seen any videos of this game from me since the beginning of the last race. Well, that race quickly degraded into not what we had before, not what we had before that, but far worse. Just far, far worse. So I very quickly bailed on it because it was becoming tedious very quickly. You know, in the past they would throw in, you know, like the multiple hatchings and the multiple breedings, but they'd always pad it with something else. You know, like, oh, and by the way, you can do some feedings too, you know, to move, at least to move along a little. That's not what they were doing. What they were doing was, hey, do 5 hatchings, and that's it. And that would be followed by, do 5 breedings, with nothing else. And I'm like, and then of course you'd come up to like, by the way, do 6 hatchings and 6 breedings, and just that. Nothing else to pad it so that maybe you can collect some gold and move along. No, I bailed on that very quickly. Since then, they had like a 3-day thing, you know, nothing really much, and now they're doing a maze, and you know, their mazes are, you get a common, you get a rare, you get a very rare. I just basically clear the board to collect stuff. I don't even care if I get the coins. I really don't. So we're going to talk about something else. They've been giving us information about something that's coming. They're going to be adding a new element to the dragons. Instead of, like, for instance, the elemental one, you know, the legendary one, the pure one, the fire, you know, that kind of thing. They're adding a new one called Primal. The way they describe it, it was the original one, and the pure and legendary broke off of that. Now, in terms of gameplay, what it really comes down to is that the Primal is going to be able to do critical attacks against pure. Okay, so in other words, there will be a counter for everybody. And then I see this. All right, coming soon. Get ready for the new alliances. Soon you'll be able to join alliances and play together for special rewards. Right, all right, so if you watch the video, yeah, what I'm going to do is, while we're doing this, I'm just going to go in. I'm actually kind of close to the next arena, although I did fall back a little. So what I'm just going to do, I'm going to take him out there, because I was actually doing a little bit of this yesterday, and I lost Kong. But then I stuck him in there, because I thought he'd enjoy it because it was a water one. All right, so the way I got from the video is that you're going to have to do these alliances in order to get primal dragons. That was kind of what I was getting from that. You know, it's not really even very important. First of all, it doesn't mention, like, what are you going to do with these alliances? You know, I mean, what else are we going to do? I mean, are we just, like, working on tasks or something? I mean, when I look at the sister game, basically the sister game, the advanced version of the game, you know, Monster Legends, when they introduce teams, they're like, okay, you're going to have teams, but you're going to have wars. And those wars are going to have significance because you're going to get these coins that you're going to be able to take into this special shop and get dragons, pardon me, monsters, although some of them are dragons, that you'd never be able to get any other way. There are creatures who are just in that shop, and you can't get those creatures any other way. So immediately you had your teams, you had your things for your teams to do. They added things later, and a reason to do it, because you could get, you know, legendary monsters that you wouldn't get any other way. And also they put ruins in there too. So here they're saying alliances, and you can get things. They previously stated about the primal dragons with the primal element. Is that it? Is there anything else? I find that a little strange. See, the thing about it is this game is not like Monster Legends. See, in Monster Legends, when they got to the top tier, you have your legendary creatures. Now, you have your legendary creatures. Now, some are stronger than other ones. but they're all in the same tier. Unless, of course, you talk about VIPs and you talk about now your Nemesis dragon, your Nemesis monsters. Pardon me. I'm looking at dragons and I'm just thinking dragons here, right? So, they basically can play together. I mean, it's possible for a good legendary creature, to defeat a VIP or even a Nemesis. I know I've done it. It's kind of hard. You got to be careful, but it can be done. The thing about it is, what you're looking at right here on the screen is you're looking at my heroic dragon, who is the same level as this guy right here. Now, I could lose to him. I might. I think I'm going to one-shot him. Yeah, I did. So he was my level, and he was 3 golden stars, and I was like nearly dead, but I just one-shot him. See, you couldn't do this. You couldn't do the same thing you did with like wars or anything like that, because, yeah, heroic dragons are just far above everything else. And if you haven't won one of their little races, you don't have one. Or if you haven't done really well, you don't have one. So what are these primal dragons going to do? Look at Prince there in the middle there. Why don't we just, we'll do the next fight, we'll put Prince in there. Because it doesn't really matter because our opponents are nothing anyway. By the way, I think I probably should be opening that chest at the top. Okay, we'll say this is one of those amazing primal dragons we're facing. And he can do a critical strike on Prince. Good luck with that, by the way. Really, good luck. Even if they were the same level, it wouldn't make any difference. So are they going to start doing races with primal dragons? That would put whoever doesn't win those races at an incredible disadvantage. I mean, you're talking 1 out of every 8 individuals who actually play the game would actually get one. That would be kind of messy. Are heroic dragons going to be given in these alliances? I don't know what they're thinking or what they're doing. I really don't. I find it very hard for me to play this game. I think that they've basically broken it beyond repair. See, I had hope for this game. I was actually very close to deleting this game. Really. The one problem about it is that on my my Apple device, this darn game just keeps growing in size. It's like a tapeworm. I mean, I'm serious. It's like 3.7 gigabytes. Why does it keep growing? Ugh. Anyway, what are we doing here? It doesn't really matter because I'm going to kill you anyway. So die. So here they're going to add these Primal Element dragons. They're going to be able to take care of pure dragons. And apparently you get them through alliances, but what do we do with these alliances? Are we going to battle other alliances? I just don't know where they're going. They're not giving us any information regarding this. And I just moved on, and I get this guy. Wow, he's a rare. Yippee! That's another problem with this game. Yeah, I mean, you're giving me all these dragons that really are of no use to me here. It's no use to me. Now, that's the reason I'm not bothering with the maze. What do I need common, rare, and very rare dragons for? Now, I understand collecting. I'm a collector myself. I am. But here's the problem. I have no room for these dragons anywhere, by the way. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's the only way you can get those. That's the Tree of Life event for you, by the way. And I see I'm in a new arena and I still have heroics. Oh, they just threw all of the big guys in, didn't they? Yeah, it doesn't even matter. I'm still facing 15th, 17th, and 15th level dragons. I'm not even sure how that's going on, but yeah, whatever. I'll just let Chuckles have some fun. Why shouldn't Chuckles have some fun? So, I mean, I don't even know where this game is going at this point. I think they're just trying to patch it. When they came with this arena and they were restricting the heroic dragons out of it, I was actually very enthusiastic about it. My enthusiasm died quickly when I got to, I believe it was the water arena, when all of a sudden they allowed the heroics back in again. I mean, if you don't have heroic dragons, you can't play. Can you imagine if we were doing wars like Monster Legends? Now, I think I have 8 of them. I think I have 8 of them. I would be able to literally destroy anybody who doesn't have one. I mean, I never really leveled these guys because I never had any need to, you know, because I rarely ever face anything that's even a challenge, you know? But I mean, oh, he crit me, I'm going to die. No, I'm not. Here, just kill him, please. So, I mean, the game is fundamentally broken from the beginning regarding that, at least in my opinion. So, I mean, I don't really know where the game is going to be going. Okay, we're going to have the Primal Element dragons, but are we going to have dragons powerful enough to actually do something about it? I mean, a lot of the heroic dragons have the pure element out front, which makes them really difficult to beat. Really, really difficult. All right, how many? I mean, I don't even have all of them here. All right, we have Prince is one. We have Fang is a legendary. Actually, where are the heroics? Oh, yeah, that's right. I was using them on. Right. You know what I was doing with them? I was using them in for one of the islands, one of the little rebuilding things. So that's where they are. So that would be Ralos and a couple of other ones. I think I have 3 that have that. I'm just going to put him back in there because he needs wins. And where is Prince? We'll throw Prince in because he only has 1 golden star. But yeah, at the moment, I mean, even this is. It was kind of interesting when I could only use legendary dragons and I was working on them. Once they put the heroics in, it just. I mean, I'm not even leveling Kong from 20 just to try to get some kind of interest going in this. But I mean, bang, you're dead. It's like that. So I'm not really sure what the future of this game is. Or, I mean, I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. I have no intention of starting an alliance. Because this game is on the last legs for me. It's on the last legs for me. I had a little bit of hope after the previous race, but they just turned it worse than it ever was before in the last race. So I don't want anything about that. They took the arena, which was actually kind of interesting, and once you threw the heroic dragons in, it became a farce. You have them, you're ruling. You don't, you're a victim. That's just the way it is. So can you imagine a person new coming into this game? This is the reason I have never recommended anybody to start playing this game, because it is just so hostile to new players now. It's not even funny, and I'm not even getting any good fights here. I guess everybody is up in the top league, but it's just I can't even imagine being able to survive doing this, frankly. I mean, it's just the reason I don't do it. It's just tedious. I mean, look what I'm doing. I mean, in this case, I would actually like an auto attack, you know? I mean, the only reason I'm actually playing Kong as opposed to one of the other guys is that he needs wins to get stars to become more powerful, as scary as that is. Well, anyway, as this is going to be the last fight that I can do, when they do come up with this primal thing and these alliances, I'll make a video on it. I'll look at it. It could very well be the last video I do in this game. So, I mean, if anyone was wondering why you weren't seeing videos for this game, it's kind of the reason. I mean, as I said previously, before the arena, I was nearly ready to just give up. But when they put that in, I was like, okay, you know what? This could work out all right. Because then, you know, I was working on my legendary dragons, you know, and getting them stronger and getting points for them. And then all of a sudden, oh, by the way, you can just put your heroics in now. I'm like, oh, really? That's wonderful. And I remember getting good fights in the first couple of leagues, and ever since then, I get these. I don't know what's up with that. I really don't. Alright, so anyway, I'm sorry to break this kind of a rant, but you know, that's just kind of the mood I am in with this game. I don't know where they're going with this. If you want to see, if you do have the game and you want to watch the video, that's basically you have Does and the other lady, I don't even remember her name anymore. They're just talking about the primal dragons and the relationship and how you're going to get them. You're going to get them by joining alliances. And doing what? I have no idea. You can't do wars because, like I said, if you have heroic, I mean, they're including heroic dragons in the arenas. Are you going to you're going to restrict them? That might be interesting, but I mean, at this point, I don't think they're going to do that. So, I just don't know where this game is going, and I really just don't know if I have an interest in it anymore. Like I said, I'm going to keep an open mind when they put the Primal Element stuff out, and I'll look at the Alliance to see if they have something interesting in there. But I mean, this is, yeah, what is this? This is their latest thing. They even want feedback on it, and I'm like, what feedback do you want? Okay, so I have to do various things in order to randomly get things. And yes, by the way, there are loot boxes that have random pieces of dragons in there. Just so you know. So, I mean, what does this mean to me? They were talking about dragons with new skills and stuff like that, but you know, I'm not seeing any of that. I mean, if I summon this, is this going to have some kind of new skill? I mean, it's an epic. It can't stand up against legendary dragons, and it's like a sneeze of a heroic dragon. I'll kill it. So I mean, is this all we had? We had a couple of good events, but you know, I just don't know where the game is going. I find it very hard to actually play it, and we'll see what happens. If they come up with something amazing, that'll be fine. But otherwise, there will be another video. I'll cover whatever they do. But if it's just, I don't know. I don't know if they can save this game. I honestly don't know if they can save this game. You know, the thing about it is I've always believed that Monster Legends came from the improvement of this game. In other words, every weakness this game has, Monster Legends was that improvement. There was no adventure progression here. That was in Monster Legends. They never really gave you stats. I mean, stats here, even though they're basic, are very new. You never got that kind of information before. But they got good information in Monster Legends. You really couldn't tweak the dragons here, but you can put runes on them on the other side, you know? And they had interesting attacks as opposed to, oh, you're getting this damage now, and then you're getting this kind of damage now, and you're getting this kind of damage now. So I've always seen Monster Legends as an improvement of the model. I think this model here, it's just, even though they've tried to pull some of those elements back, I just think it's really broken, and I don't know if they can fix it. If they do, that's terrific. I just don't see how alliances can work in this game to be anything interesting. I don't know. I don't know. But we'll see for the future. As I said, when they do come up with that stuff, I'll cover it. Don't be surprised if it's the last videos I do on this one, if it comes up the way I think it's going to come up. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. So again, once again, I'm sorry this is kind of a rant, but you know, that's just kind of the way I'm feeling about this game now. It really is. When I watch that video, I'm just going, I don't know what you're doing. I really don't. You know, I mean, they made a good turn towards the arenas and then just kind of turned away. That's just my point of view. So anyway, thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games because games are fun. See ya.